Hey, welcome to the Virgo channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Laura, and I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Always interpret the message as it best resonates for you. You'll always notice that the message goes to the person that needs to hear the message. So if you're someone that has a lot of anxiety about your situation, most likely there'll be messages in the reading for you. You might find that part of the reading resonates with you and part of the reading resonates with your other person. So again, it's up to you. Just interpret it as it best resonates, and it may not be your message at all. But if it is and you resonate with this video, do me a favor, give me a like and subscribe to the channel. That's good karma. Now, if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to do that anyway. But then you'd also have to write the word of the day. And the word of the day is the word of the video in your comment bar. I was pulled that word from the Psychic Soul Healer deck, made for healing the shadow aspects of ourselves. Okay, and there are 68 cards in this deck, and they're titled under Transpersonal Psychology. And it comes with a oracle book for healing shadow. Okay, so let's see. Inferiority. That's going to be the word that you're going to write in your comment bar. You'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath your comment. If I did, you and I would just correspond back and forth on YouTube to figure out the best day and time. I'll even post the link the day of your live stream right underneath our comments, so it'll be really easy peasy for you to find. Okay, now we are going to look and see what's going on between you and your person. But whenever I pick the card of the day, I always feel like that card is the energy of the reading, the underlining energy of the reading. So you may be connected to someone that feels inferior to you, or you may feel inferior to your person. I'm actually feeling that you both kind of feel a little inferior to each other, but for different reasons. And we're going to take a peek and see why. And we're going to see how that inferiority plays out within your situation, because when we have a psychological block of feeling inferior, we have habits and behaviorisms that are in alignment with that. And so they're usually sabotaging, unfortunately. So there's always healing energy that needs to be integrated. But we want to see exactly what's going on. And then we'll look and see what the hidden truths are, because just because a person has a spiritual block of inferiority and they might keep getting in their own way and sabotaging the connection, might not mean that they don't like you. They might really be in love with you. And the reason why they keep sabotaging the relationship is because they have a block in love and believing that they can receive love. And that happens, like I said, if we have trauma. Trauma plays out within our lives. And when it does, we form behaviorisms to protect us. The mind doesn't know the difference between physical trauma and psychological trauma. So let's take a peek and look at, see what the spiritual energy is. Bear with me while some cards drop out. Okay, whoops. This is a huge deck. A huge deck. My first card that came out is, just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. So your person cares a lot about what other people think. So you might not even realize that they feel inferior and that they have a little bit of a self-esteem issue, because, like I said, they're interactive very much in their life. But they feel abandoned. They often feel like others let them down. They feel like no one really understands them. So again, they feel inferior because they have a hard time connecting to people. So kind of feeling like your person is really smart when it comes to like business, but they're not really emotionally intelligent when it comes to people. So like I said, they like to make other people perceive that they are really intelligent, that they're really strong, that they have a lot of money, that they try to give off this appearance. They want people to perceive them like this, but they don't really truly feel like that. My inner child was wounded when my parents couldn't respond to me in the way that I needed to. I am reacting from that wound. So I believe again that you and your person are in separation right now. And I feel like it's again, this person has a block when it comes to relationships, when it comes to connecting, really intimacy. And intimacy is more about trust. It's about not just trusting other people, but trusting ourselves. Because if we keep going into relationships and having bad outcomes, which is what I feel like keeps happening with the person that you're connected to, every single relationship that they've had ends badly. And so that's the inner child wound that needs to be healed, of believing that they're not lovable. I'm trying to understand how my thoughts create my reality. I know I need to stay positive. Are you? So, like I said, like this relationship between you and them is very triggering. And it's triggering because, like I said, our relationships come into our life to teach us about ourselves. Say that all the time. If I didn't say it in this video, I say it in every video. Relationships are the way that the universe shows us something about ourselves that needs to be healed. When it's a soulmate, when it's a twin flame, when it's a past life karmic mate, when it's a significant soul relationship, not like a significant, insignificant soul relationship, like someone that comes in for a day. No, I'm talking about like a past life karmic mate or a twin flame relationship. These are relationships that a lot of times last for years, take years to unfold. There's soul recognition. They're not an easy relationship, not an easy relationship because it's triggering. The relationship is triggering. It awakens wounds that we had from our inner childhood. And really that's what this connection did to the person that you're connected to. And possibly for yourself too. But like they have fears of abandonment. I need you to trust me and believe I am working towards union with you. And I feel like this person was in and out, in and out. They never really gave. They've always been hurt. So they tend to breadcrumb. They tend to talk to a lot of different people. Didn't act as if you really mattered. Intimacy issues are a second chakra block, and that's when a person tends to either overcompensate in their actions where they give too much or they don't give anything at all. They're out of balance. Where they can't find that middle ground when the person has a block in trusting. And the fact is that they don't trust themselves, so they don't trust other people because they're always looking at other people through their distorted perceptions from their past experiences that they never heal. However, what I see is that your person is still thinking about you. Normally, I feel as if they have very surface relationships, don't let people in long and normally don't care. And what I see is that they weren't expecting to care that much about this connection. And so they just acted like how they always do, which is a little bit cocky, again, overcompensate, want people to think that they have all this confidence. they spend a lot of energy out in their public, making people think that they're someone big within their community. They care a lot about their reputation, a lot about what other people perceive, but they feel inferior. And so they never heal the childhood wounds. And so the childhood wounds keep playing out within their relationship. And so this person that you're connected to didn't respect you, but now they're in a place of realizing that they really do care, where normally that they don't. And I feel like they're very slow to come to these awarenesses. It's almost like someone that can only look at the situation in little bite-sized pieces. So like I'm feeling like your person thinks about you maybe for like 5 minutes to 10 minutes a day. And then it becomes too overstimulating because it brings up a lot of their emotions, and this person is not emotionally intelligent. And then they have all these wounds from their childhood that they never integrated. And then all the wounds that played out within their relationships due to the inner child healing that they never healed. So they're not, they have a tremendous amount of anxiety. So we look at the hidden truth, because right now what we know is that this person has a lot of trauma from childhood, and they don't have good relationships. So we're going to see whether or not they even want to pursue a relationship, right? Because a lot of times they might not. It wouldn't be uncommon for a person to fight with themselves. You know, this is when a person normally is fighting with the head and the heart. You know, their head is like, no, because all these other experiences and none of what they are perceiving is what you're perceiving, but they're perceiving everything through their distorted lens from all their past experiences. But then their heart knows what they feel. And unconditional love is unconditional love. When their past life karmic mate comes into the life, there's soul recognition where we really have no control. And the reason why is because there's healing that needs to be done. And you wouldn't look at your own healing unless this person triggered. And that's what I'm seeing, Virgo, that you triggered this person to make them look at their inner child wounds, almost like they're going through a dark night of the soul right now, asking themselves why their life looks the way that it does. Which soul relationships do that. Now, like I said, we're going to look and see the hidden truth, whether this person can deal with it or they can't, because it wouldn't be uncommon to see a person not want to deal with it. You know, we always have a choice whether we want to step it up or not. You know, this person seemed to be a little bit of a player, have one foot in, one foot out, have very surface relationships, never really care. And, you know, it's not like their life was horrible that way. It just, it wasn't as fulfilling, you know? And I think like you challenge them, like your being and the way that they feel about you challenges the way that they've always lived what they thought. I hide behind material things. And this is again what I was talking about the facade. So your person may have a little bit of a hard time letting you in too, because once you get in there and you really see that there's really no substance. And when I say substance, is because they're a surface person. They're a surface person, so they, you know, material. They want people to think they're a certain way. If you get too close, then you're not going to see that. And so the intimacy issue is a trust issue. But the trust is that your person really can't be trusted because what you see is not really what you get. They're overcompensating in their behaviorism to make you think that they're a certain way. But that's now they have regret. So it's almost like they created another block for themselves because this person, your person would need to humble themselves. I want to feel that way again. And that's what I'm saying, like, they've gotten to a point where they see that they can't control the way that they feel. They can't get rid of you. I feel like they've tried to walk away from you. They still hold you in their mind. But there's this thing that they would actually have to bring down the wall, the facade, the illusions, and really let you in for them to do that. And that requires them healing. And that's why they're looking at their inner child wounds right now. It's not something that they want to do. So if you're tapped into this person and you feel sometimes that they're angry, sometimes they're happy, sometimes, well, they're doing shadow work. So that's going to create a lot of emotional turbulence. I want to be more than friends. But they realize that in order to be with you, they have to do this soul work. They have to do it. I love you. So, and again, they're, as they do the work more and more and more, they're realizing not just the things that they need to heal so that they can step into the best version of themselves, but they feel like you're a part of that. You're making them do this work. And I feel like on a soul level, they love you for it, but there's also that soul recognition where maybe before they didn't allow themselves to feed into the connection. I feel like they just had a lot of like bad experiences. So, and it was easier for them to not believe in love, right? But what they're seeing is that, again, maybe that they've been living a way that's not really as fulfilling to them, making them do work. This is something that they didn't volunteer for. This is something that just happened, like I said. So there's the process of awareness, and then what they have to do, and then all these emotions. So like I said, this may seem like a very slow process. I'm feeling like you and this person has been in separation for a while, and the reason why is because of what I just said. You understand me better than anyone else. Your eyes can see into my soul. I can't hide from you. And that's what it was saying. Soul relationships make us doing that. Being apart from you has changed my life. I'm in a dark place right now. I will contact you soon. As I said, they're in a dark night of the soul. They're doing spiritual work. That's what's happening right now. And there's a realization that they love you. Do they know how they're going to come back? I don't really feel like they know how they're going to come back, but we're going to ask anyway. like is there any other information that we could get, and what the universe tells us, what healing medicine should we apply if we want to be in this relationship? Now, I know some of you guys are not going to want to be in a relationship with someone that kind of didn't treat the connection as important in the beginning, but I'm feeling like this person is going through a transformation right now. So for those of you that do want to be in a connection, I want to know what healing energy to bring in. And I want to also know what they plan on doing. I mean, it might say what they're going to do when they come back. And it might not say how they're going to come back, but it'll tell us something. Justice, reverse. King of Cups, upright. I don't know if you want to see it, but there it is. Four of Swords, reversed. Queen of Wands, upright. High Priestess, upright. Strength, reversed. Five of Swords, upright. So your person, though, is definitely coming back, but they are a little afraid because they know that they didn't treat you well. and that they've come to a place, because justice reverses is that it's like, I'm going to be blamed, I'm going to I feel guilty, so I'm coming back because I feel guilty, but I'm afraid I'm going to be blamed. King of Cups upright is emotional mastery. So again, when your person comes back, it's after they have done the spiritual work that they are doing now. They're in a dark place right now. And again, to look at their red flags, because Two of Swords reversed is red flags. So they're looking at their spiritual wounds and doing work. And they're coming back for Queens of Wands. And they believe that you and this person are meant to be together. They believe that you and them are meant to be together. That this is a very strong soul connection. However, they still have confidence issues, but the Five of Swords upright is that they're really shifting their energy, and meaning they're coming back and they've decided to do things a different way. And so they want you to be patient with them. So it's almost like they're coming back after they do their healing. That's pretty much what it's saying. It's like they know that they need to do the healing, they're doing it. See any more other information that we should get? And how they plan on coming back is a lot different. Again, the shifting the energy is a really good card. The Five of Cups again, and the reason why, Five of Swords rather, and the reason why is because they are going to come back and do things differently. And because the way that they did them before was not really from their true self, it was from that facade that, you know, that they try to create an illusion of who they are, and they want people to believe that they're that person, so they don't let people get that close. Like it kept saying, I hide behind material things, I'm always out in my community helping, but the beginning started with that this person's inferior because they have all these childhood wounds that they haven't looked at. And so, but love is healing. It's teaching this person, well, I could either live like surface and it was good. It's not like it wasn't good. Like I just dated a bunch of people and it just never went anywhere. And I'm able to make my money and come and go as I please. And my money is good. So life is good. However, if they really have a soul's relationship, and they're really able to feel that unconditional love, they feel like they can have the entire package, that they can literally live the life that they've always dreamed, that they could have it all. And so that's what's making this person actually do their healing work that needs to be done. I'll come back for you. Okay, so this person like already just knows that that what their plan is, and I don't even think that I need to look into anything more, except for if I wanted to, I want to say, like, what does the universe tell us? What healing energy can we actually bring into this type of connection with this person? Because just because they have this realization and they do their healing work doesn't mean that they'll know how to treat you. Remember, they're used to surface relationships. So this person's going to come back. They're going to say, I care about you, I love you, but will they know how to treat you? What is the energy that you should incorporate? Inner work. God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. As I become aware of my weaknesses, I turn them into strength. I direct my thoughts towards the light and see the positive side. I have to say, I feel like this card is for your person, because inner work, look, they're in the process of doing inner work. And what it'll say is maybe to continue to doing inner work. Because again, God brings me ideal situations for my inner healing. And that's what I said. That's why you came into this person's life, to help them heal their inner child wounds. But maybe again, that your healing needs to be with this too. So we're going to pull an inner child card just for you too, because obviously there's healing work that you need to do also. So if you get triggered from this person, which it wouldn't be uncommon if you did, because they didn't know how to act in the beginning. And if it triggers you, it means that there's something that needs to be healed with inside of you. But let's see what other card. Self-love. I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. My inner essence lets me know what is good for me. I respect my limits. I answer the request from my body and soul. Thus, I learn to love myself. So self-love. So being in a connection with this person, you have to make sure that you're still loving yourself. That means a lot of times when we have a connection with someone that's a soul connection, we can lose ourselves because we can feel that connection as unconditional love. The person feels like home, they feel familiar, but they can also trigger us. And in the fact of triggering us, we may want to fix it, not tend to our own needs as much, where spirit is saying, no, 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 no. This person has had bad relationships. They grew up in an environment where they didn't get what they needed. Don't give. They didn't give you in the beginning. Yes, they realize that they didn't treat you right. They realize the importance that you have, but they still never gave anything. So what spirit is saying is you got to make sure that you're still giving to yourself, because you teach a person on how you want to be treated. That's number one. Number two, it's self-love is actually also speaking your truth, being able to, like, as things come up, you expressing what your needs are. Really, I mean, I attend to my needs by listening to my heart. So always listening to yourself, and if something's out of balance, because communication, a lot of times when people aren't healed, they don't know how to communicate. And so I'm feeling like your person has never had good relationships and people never showed up. So they don't or aren't really confident being able to express what they need. So that might mean that you need to be that person that teaches them to be able to express what they need by you expressing what you need. And by you setting the example for this person, because they don't really know how to be in a good relationship. That's what it kept saying. Now, we also want to know, what are you supposed to be looking at in order to heal? Because clearly, if you're getting this person, that there's a reason why that you need to do certain healing for yourself, because that's what soulmate twin flames do. That's what past life mates do. That's what any soul relationship is coming into our life to teach us. So we want to ask spirit, what's the inner child wound and what is the shadow wound? Oppression, being held down. So if a person comes into your life and they are emotionally manipulative, is a way to, to keep you down. Oppression means not being able to, like, be your true self. And what this, like, not like someone stagnating, someone stifling your light, someone, blocking your light. They don't want you to be your true self. So you might have grown up where, your family wanted you to be like everyone else. And maybe you just were a free spirit. So someone oppressing you. So remember, what this is saying is, don't lose yourself. Make sure that you take care of yourself. Make sure that you continue to do the inner work, not just your person, but you too. Because if you're getting this person because you never got anything, and then, like, growing up, that was your inner child wound, and now you enter into a connection with someone that didn't want to give anything, and the moment that you spoke up or did whatever, they split. They didn't give anything. That's what happened. They had a realization. This person had a realization once you didn't come back. However, would they continue to do that? And what it says here is most likely, because that's your spiritual wound, and that's all they know how to do. Would you take it personally? Yes, you would take it personally, but it wouldn't be personal. It would be just because that's what this person knows how to do. So again, it goes back to making sure that you listen to your heart. You're able to speak your truth. You're able to set boundaries. And we ask what the shadow wound is. What would you need to do, Virgo, in order to heal? And to integrate, what are you being asked to integrate? And that is stubbornness, inflexibility. So maybe wanting this person to do things your way. Like I said, you're going to need to have a lot of compassion with this person. First of all, if the person's going to come back, if you want to be in a relationship with them, it's going to take forgiveness. Then it's going to take compassion. Then you're going to have to teach this person. And remember, they're not good in relationships. They haven't had good relationships. So you have to be flexible. The way that you're flexible is when you don't lose yourself. That means you're still putting your energy towards your goals, your interests, and things that you're passionate about. So you can go with the flow of the relationship, because a relationship isn't always going to be easy. The problem will come into play if you look for this person to be your life. This person should add something to your life, but they're not your life. You have to show this person that you have a whole other life aside from them. So, and that's through how you're treating yourself, and by where you're putting your energy. Then you won't be caring so much about what they do. But it's, again, you're displaying the right behaviorisms, and this person will follow suit because they want to do that. Being able to be flexible, to be able to, not be stubborn, like it needs to be my way. Like, and that could be like, you need to be right because this person did things that were wrong, did things that, it's almost like if you want to make it work with this person, what you'd have to do is, like I said, don't lose yourself. Make sure that you give yourself most of your energy so that you can then, like I said, whatever, like when you fill your cup up all the way, that this person only gets what trickles out of your cup, you're then able to go with the flow of the relationship. It won't matter as much what they do. You won't be like putting every action and that they do under scrutiny. You'll be able to go with the flow of the relationship a lot easier. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. And remember, if you want to enter into winning into a free reading with me, all you need to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write inferiority in your comment bar. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.